Down. Oh. Oh, yo. What's going on, everybody? What is good? What's cracking? I'm doing mic check. My mic's been acting up recently. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm doing mic check. My mic's been acting up. We're working. We're working, boys. Okay. So we're building the United States today. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot where I left off. Yo, what up? So I recorded part 2 to Ryan's World. I recorded the second episode, and it was really, really good, but my mic didn't catch. Like, it didn't catch my mic, and I'm crushed. I am devastated. I am so devastated, because it was a really good video, and I still might upload it, but I might talk over it. But because it was that good of a video, and I'm so devastated that my mic wasn't working. It crushed me. You're building the Olympic? Nice. We're on part 4, I believe, of the United States. But yeah, what do you guys think? Should I still upload part 2 of Ryan's World? It's a really good fucking episode. Like, it's so good. It just, everything was right. Unfortunately, the universe hates me. Yeah, I think I will upload it. I just don't. No, I mean, I couldn't record it again even if I want. It's a really good episode. I just don't know, like, do I want to voice over it like I'm doing it live? Which, obviously, I'm going to be honest. If I do that, I'm going to tell you guys I'm doing that. So I don't know if I want to, like, voice over it like it's happening live, or if I just want to, like, talk about something while it's playing in the background. I haven't quite decided yet. I think I might talk like it's happening live just for episode purposes, but I have to upload it. It's very important. It's a very important episode. I'm trying to see where I left off video-wise. Oh, shit, okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think this is where I left off. Okay, I think this is where I am. I just did this part right here. Yeah, I just did this right here. So I finished with him placing this portion. Okay, yeah, I see. Another thing I'll tell you guys is I'm pre-recording a lot of episodes of Ryan's World. That way, once I get deployed eventually, or if I get to a spot where I can't upload that often, I should be able to just kind of like, I'll have videos prepared, so I shouldn't be going away. I'm trying to make one episode a day. Okay, alright. Probably the United States. Or his Rich's QE2 is pretty good too.
That's how that should be. Now we're going to go and do that 7 times now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, actually 8 times. So that's section 1. So move on to number 2 now, which is the same again. So it's 6 windows. 1, 2.
Okay, so we got 6 windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then a 2 gap, then a group of windows, just like that. Okay, then we got a 3 spacer. Okay. Go ahead and come over here and do that 3 spacer. So how's everyone's day going? Everyone doing good in school? Better be studying, kids. What does he do here? Okay. You went on a field trip? Hell yeah. Oh man, I miss field trips. I miss field trips. We went on one field trip one time to a one-room schoolhouse. It was very, very interesting. It was a very interesting field trip. I'll say that. Man, the people were like, if you need to use the restroom, ask us, and then you can go use the porta potty outside. That was a weird field trip. Okay, so we need 6 windows, boys. 6 windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I counted right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I believe he said 2 gap. Build another. Yeah. Build a little group here. All right. Other side. That's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 gap. Little group here. Let me guess. And a 3. It sure is. Sure is. And then fill in the gaps. Kids. Very important. Oh.
Should be 3 groups of 6 windows already, so move on to group number 4. So it's the same again, with 6 windows.
6 windows again, kids. 6 windows again. Just like that. And I'm guessing he's going to say group of, space of 2, another group. 1, 2. And I'm also guessing this will make up the promenade deck to the United States. So that's 4, 5, 6, and then I'm guessing he's going to do a space of 2.
4, 5, 6. 2 gap. 1, 2.
Yep, 2 gap again. And then I'm guessing we're going to do another spacing of 3.
And there's a 3 space there.
Yep, it sure are.
Gaps again. Let's say I'm doing this in order, so I don't screw.
I don't know what it is, but something about late stage ocean liners are just so. I love the way. Don't get me wrong, like early ocean liners of the 1900s, I love them as well, like the 4 funnels. But something about late stage liners, oh dude, it's just my bread and butter. Like they just look so streamlined and so like oh, they're just so nice to look at. Really nice to look at. Hey,
By my notes.
Chill MC, how's it going?
1, 2, 3, 4. Don't do it under the 4 groups like that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's part of the 5th group now, so it's just
Oh.
a different way. That's what 6 again. So 1, 2.
Okay, so we're going to do another group of 6 windows. Another group of 6 windows here. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then come on now, please. There you go. There you go. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more.
3, 4, 5, 6. 2 gap. 1, 2.
Okay, another 2 gap. Hey, MS Poseidon. Another 2 gap, just like that. Oh, mistakes. We are building Rich's SS United States, as you can see. Not an original build. I'm using a tutorial to build this. Rich is a very, very good YouTuber, very talented. And he's nice enough to let people build his ship, so...
Yeah, it's very slow at doing this, but
Richlarrousse.
I just want to make sure I'm explaining everything.
Yes, I did place all these by hand. I don't copy and paste.
Move on to the next lot. I've got 6 again. So
Okay, so then after all these, you're going to place another group of 3. I'll be honest, it's taken a very long time to build, but we're getting close to the end stages, I would say. Oh. Yeah, I know I can use fill, but I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's cheating. You know? No, I'm not having anyone join today. But this weekend I do plan on inviting people to Ryan's World to play survival, so if you guys are interested in that. Okay, and then I believe it's going to be another 6 after.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 gap. 1, 2. 3 space up.
Okay, yeah, it's the exact same. So 6 win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Choose spacer. Another group here. And then, 3 white to close it off. One, oh, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 spacer. Just like that, and a group of 3. Wow, my block placements are not great today. I also started playing through the Last of Us Part 2 again. I just beat the Last of Us Part 1 PS5 version. Fantastic game. Every time I play that game, I want to cry. And now I'm playing through the Last of Us 2 again. You're building the Norway? Nice. That's going to be a big project. That's going to take a while. Okay.
The next one again, what, another group of 6? Six groups so far, so one of the 2 groups like that. So we do 6 windows again.
Okay, 6 windows again for anyone building along here. Wow, my block placements are not on point today. That's 6, right? 3. Yeah, okay. Then he hasn't said it yet, but I feel like this is what it's going to be. Let me check.
3, 4, 5, 6. 2 gap, 1, 2, and 3 spacer.
It sure is. 3 spacer too. Go ahead and place 6 more windows. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 space. And then just like that. We might have one more group. Okay. 6 more windows again. Two spacer, another pair. That's 4, 5, 6, 2 spacer. And we should be getting to the end here, so. Boom.
After that, in theory, it should be 10 more windows. Let me double check this.
Wow, this is going to be a really cool...
Those 6 windows. Just double check to make sure that's right. I don't want to screw this up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 windows, 8 groups of 6 windows. That's fine. And then after that, 3 gap at the end here, 3 spaces. Sorry, we want 10 windows. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like so.
Okay, so now you want to place 10 windows. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a sec. I didn't do something right. I don't think it's going to be a big deal if I can't figure out what I did, but something is not right here. Because, Nizzy, what are the best grades in high school? And I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean of what are the best grades? Like A plus? Like what are you talking about? Okay, so something's weird here because Rich has his glass block ending here and then right here. Oh, like what are? Oh, I see. Senior year obviously is pretty up there. Yeah, senior year of high school is great. Junior and senior year are pretty fun. My junior year was ruined because of COVID, unfortunately. But it's pretty good. Freshman year sucks ass. Okay, we did it on both sides. Rip. Rip. Okay, well, you know what? This United States is a little bit different from Rich's United States.
And fill in the gaps. 8, 7, 8.
Yeah, this United States is a little bit different from Rich's United States, so we're just gonna do this. Is sophomore year good? Yeah, like, you know. Like, you know. Eh. It's better than freshman year, I'll tell you that much.
9, 10. Like so. And fill in the gaps.
Okay, so we have a slight difference from Rich's United States because somewhere, somehow, I don't know. Somewhere, I guess I might have not placed a block correctly, but freshman year just sucks. It's so... We have to slam you with work now. Plus, I had terrible teachers my freshman year, and math sucked freshman year, so... I really enjoyed senior year and junior and senior year, but that's beyond the point. I did a lot of partying.
That's 10 windows there. Then after the 10 windows, we want a 6, a 6 gap or a 6 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then increase.
So we want a 6 spacer. Now, I was only ever in one fight in school. The end of 6th grade year, I believe. I was only in one fight. I never really started shit, you know? So, I don't know. I never really picked problems with people. I would say most people liked me in school, right? I wasn't popular, but like, you know, I'd say most people liked me.
That should be the end of all the windows. That's the side.
I just kind of stuck to myself.
The side of the ship basically done. No, don't look too bad. Right, so what we're going to do now is go on the inside. So at the end of that row of 6 here, which is this part here, go on the inside of that and build inwards towards the centre. You want to build inwards. 25, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, so
Okay. So from the inside, you're going to build 25. So from this block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Just like that.
go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, plus a red block, and hope. That should be 25 out the other side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25.
increase that to 5 high, so I should start. I'll go from the centre, and then we can do the other side and copy paste. So increase the back wall to 5 high, so 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so you want it to be 5 high, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then build the whole wall 5 high all the way across. I think I'm marking for this bit, so set wards, like that, and there we go, there's the back wall.
Right, but like I'm also not someone to be given advice in school because I hated school. Right? I every day I woke up, I despised school. Like I did not want to be there. I hated school. I didn't care. You know? Oh, it was yeah, I hate it. I just despised school with a burning passion. I to this day think school is very dumb. Because, like, I'm gonna be real with you guys. They tell you all the time, oh, you're gonna use this all the time. No, you don't. No, I have a calculator on my phone. If I ever, for some reason, need to know the Pythagorean theorem, bro, I got a calculator on my phone. You know, like, who cares?
Increase in height, and then across the top of the windows all the way forward, we just add a line of blocks like so. I should do this as quickly as I can. So basically, if you can see, just adding a line of blocks along the top of the windows, all the way along down to the front end. So,
Oh. Oh, oops, rip. I saw the new Saw movie. I thought it was pretty good. Wait, what? What's happening here? Interesting. Okay, bizarre. Bizarre indeed. Might have found where I messed up. Might have found where I messed up right here. Seems wrong, but fuck it. We'll go with it. We ball. Wow, you've built all that? I think I'm gonna build the Carpathia next. I think that's what I'm gonna build. Yo, what up, T? Long time no see. Okay. Wow, look at her. Hey, get out of here, Net. No one likes you. Get out of here. Wow. Looking fancy. Looking a little boxy back there, but we'll allow it for now.
Basically all the way down to that beginning pillar.
No one likes you, Neziland. Get out of here.
Across the top of the windows as quick as I can.
Okay, so my car started doing a weird thing today. I'm gonna sit on it and wait for it to just break on me, but my car like
Apologies for taking
grinds.
so long, but I just wanted to explain everything and try and do it all in order because it is.
You dare me to touch it? All right.
Windows are staggered in different groups, so I do apologise for taking my time, but I just wanted to make sure I did it right.
All right, boys. So that's been a good time on YouTube. I'm gonna go missing for a whole year, no uploads, and then I'm randomly gonna make an upload saying I'm back. So it's nice recording for you guys for the. But I'll see you guys in about a year. Time for me to lose all motivation.
So basically, like I say, that line all the way along the top of the windows, all the way to the front end.
It's over.
Windows all covered. You see, they look something like that. Marvellous.
It's over for
What I do
me.
now is just do copy that all the way to the other side. So what I do, I'll go to the back end and then copy it to the other side. It will take a little while for me to do it otherwise.
This is looking so good.
Go over to here. Add a black block there and copy from that point. And then just copy to the
I
other
built
side.
their holes in blue and green concrete. Okay.
I'll just basically copy, flip, paste to the other side, and then everything will be fine. So, yeah, just the copy and paste is just saving time. You don't want me to go through all that again. So we're up to that centre point there. What we'll do the usual copy, flip to the right, and then have it right again, paste. There we go, that's that all done. So the back also is copied across as well, so that's fine. And we've got the windows across the back, across the sides.
I'm waiting for him to
Look something like that.
keep going.
We have got some weird shadow issues.
Oh, it gets me. So every time Rich does a wide view, he has weird shadow glitches.
That area.
You might build Oceanic too. Nice. I would love if Rich built what was it called? What was the White Star Line ship that was supposed to be built, but Queen Mary got built instead? Oceana? Was that? No. Would that have been the Oceanic 3? Am I messing up? Am I wrong? What was supposed to be like the giant White Star Oceanic 3? I want Rich to build that. That would be cool.
I don't normally leave out, but I did on this build because the last side of it.
That would be cool.
So what I'm going to do now, just go from the inside and start adding the deck. So from the top of the white, just add the deck
Oh no.
all the way from the front end to the back end.
Oh, it's over, boys. It's over. It's over. We gotta fill it. We gotta fill in the next deck. Sword X65. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. It's over. We gotta fill in a deck. Oh, God, brother. Oh, someone commented on my recent Ryan World episode, and he said I sounded like a YouTuber. I checked it out. I didn't see it, but I thought the comment was nice nonetheless. What was his name? I forgot. He said I looked like a YouTuber though. Oh, God, it's gonna take forever. Also, yeah, this is just gonna take forever. This is unfortunate. Oh, if you guys haven't, highly recommend it. But if you guys haven't tried the pumpkin spice Frosty from Wendy's, brother, if you guys like pumpkin pie, you gotta try it. Like, you gotta try the new pumpkin spice Frosty from Wendy's if you like pumpkin pie. Fire. You built Olympic in her 1920 scheme? Ew, wait. With the green staircases? Ooh. Ooh, White Star Line did Olympic dirty. Let's be real. White Star Line did her dirty by adding green staircases. That was nasty looking. If Titanic and Britannic never happened, well, so I've been thinking, if Titanic and Britannic never sank, White Star Line, I feel like, would be here today. I feel like the White Star Line would still be here today, and it would be Cunard that wouldn't be here. And I truly believe that. But unfortunately, after the First World War, Cunard was just set up way better than the White Star Line. Also, if Titanic would not have happened, I really think Olympic would have made it. I think Olympic would have operated longer than Aquitania if Titanic never happened. But unfortunately, Titanic put kind of a shadow over Olympic, and I don't want to say that it hindered Olympic's career, but I bet there were some people that. I bet there was a handful of people that didn't sail on Olympic because of her resemblance to Titanic. I bet there was a handful of people that did not sail on her because of that. But I personally think the Olympic class is peak design. They're just so streamlined. They're just gorgeous ships. Like Aquitania, I like Aquitania, but she's a little boxy, you know. And for some reason they had to keep Aquitania's bridge. They never got it right, and she's just a little bit boxy for my take. She looks like an off-brand Olympic. Still a 10 out of 10 ocean liner, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not a fan of her. She's just a little bit boxy. Mauritania is better than Olympic? I don't really know about that. Depends on what you're looking for. If you were looking for speed, like you wanted to get to where you were going very quick, very efficiently, Mauritania was good, but the Olympic class was comfy, right? They didn't try to go for the speed record, but all accounts of sailing on the Olympic class suggest that it was like you weren't at sea. You know, they were very stable ships, very comfortable ships, very safe ships. RIP, you know. They were safe ships. Unfortunately, Titanic was the perfect storm for disaster. I think they're both great. You know, Mauritania did have vibration issues that never got resolved. You really only felt it, though, if you were in the back of the ship near the engines and the propellers. But those vibration issues never quite got situated quite right, you know? They never really could figure out why it was happening, but they were still very pretty ships. I think it's tied. I think the Mauritania, Lusitania, I think those two ships are equal to the Olympic class. Because it just depends on what you want. You know, obviously, if you're going for comfort, the Olympic class is going to win. But if you were going for speed and efficiency, I think Mauritania and Lusitania were better options. And then Queen Mary is also a really good ship, but she did have the name Rolling Mary for a reason. She rolled. The Queen Mary rocked heavily in seas. She was not a very smooth ship. She did rock quite substantially throughout her career. And I've been to the Queen Mary in real life, and I don't know who designed the Queen Mary staircases, but that person should be fired. The Queen Mary staircases are extremely steep. And I was thinking they were steep when the ship is ported in Long Beach, California. So I can't even imagine how bad it would be trying to get up them stairs if she's, sailing right into the waves. There's like her forward staircase is you walk up towards the bow. So if the ship's bow goes up in the air because of a wave, that staircase becomes like a 90-degree angle. I do plan on visiting QE2 eventually. I'm really hoping that my ship goes to Dubai eventually. Yeah, so I'm in the Navy, like I've said, and I can't say where we're going. I don't know where we're eventually going. My ship's still being built right now. But when she is done, I really do hope we go to Dubai, because if that happens, I'm going to request leave, and I will for sure be staying on QE2 for a night. That would be really cool to stay on QE2. I'm already saving up for it, fellas. I'm saving up for an eventual vacation on the Queen Mary 2. I would love to do a transatlantic eastbound crossing on QM2, and then I'd probably fly back is what I would probably do. So I'd sail to England or to wherever, Cherbourg maybe, wherever the QM2 goes. I would sail there, and then I'd fly back. The SSUS is still around. Yep, she is. She's not in the greatest shape, but she is still around. To be honest with you, I want to know what you guys think. I actually don't like the Conservancy, the United States Conservancy, that much. And my reason for that is I don't see progress being made. Now, I'm not saying the SS United States Conservancy is scamming. I don't think they're scamming people at all. That's not what I'm saying. I think they are very passionate about the ship. I just think they're not doing it right, If you're trying to build a project up, it's a really good idea to keep everyone in the loop constantly, right? And I know they're doing some type of something with some type of realtor or whatever, or what is it called? RXR realtor? I don't know. They're doing something with someone, but we're just not getting a lot of feedback on how that project is going. I want to know every little detail. I've said that it's basically the same thing with H1Z1. I've said this before. If you don't have the means to make massive changes up front, right, that's okay. But if you want people to continue to invest in your project, and you want to especially build up interest in your project, you need to have subtle things going on at least once a month that kind of give people indication that this is something that's happening. Because let's be real here. If you aren't actively deep diving into the United States, right, it looks like the United States is just sitting there rotting. Right? If you're not deep diving into the Conservancy, it looks like the ship is just sitting there rotting. Right? And you would be amazed with how much potential interest they're probably losing, because people are like, I wonder what the story behind that ship is, as they drive by it, and then they look it up and it's just a rotting old hunk of junk, It would go, for instance, right? For instance, I get that a lot of the money the Conservancy gets goes into maintenance and porting costs. I get that. Right? Believe it or not, the United States is actually in really good condition, considering it's kind of been abandoned. It's, in a lot of ways, its hull is actually stronger than the Queen Mary's. So that's actually a really good thing, right? But I'm sorry, you're telling me after all these years they can't, get a new paint job? Let's be real. You can't get a new paint job on the ship. I get that a paint job isn't like priority number one, but I feel like if the ship was painted, it would help gather interest, you know? Because like if you're an investor, right? Pretend you're an investor, you have $1 billion, right? And you're looking to invest your money into a project, right? And you start investigating the United States, right? The United States costs a lot of money to maintain, right? But from someone who could be investing in the ship, what are you going to think if you show up and you see the United States looking how it looks? Like, you know, unless you're an ocean liner enthusiast, you're going to look at that and go, ew, God, hell no, that's a money pit. Right? But then imagine if someone pulled up to take a look at the project and it was beautifully painted. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine if the United States had a new paint job. I think that would go a very long, I think that would do a good number of, you know, I think that would benefit greatly to the future of the project. Oh shit. Caleb messaged me. Yeah, I just think that would do wonders for the future of that project. And then talking about Queen Mary, I don't know if I've ever talked to you guys about Queen Mary. Have I ever actually like sat down and talked to you about my trip to the Queen Mary in Long Beach, California, and what I thought about it? Because I don't think I have. It's not all positive, believe it or not. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys know why the Queen Mary's failing. Right? It's a very simple reason why the Queen Mary's failing. And it's pretty simple. So when I was on Queen Mary, I went back in 2017, I believe. She was undergoing some decent maintenance. So her rear funnel, her third funnel, was completely covered in tarp. They were repairing it. She still had all her lifeboats, but there was a lot of areas on board the ship that were off limits due to construction purposes. And I remember at the time, our tour guide was talking about how the ship of investor or something, but he asked, you know, like why are they struggling to get some of this stuff open? And the tour guide said it's because there's not a whole lot of interest in ocean liners, right? And that hotels as ships don't work that well. And that's so wrong, first of all. There's two scenarios where hotel ships are very successful. The QE2 in Dubai, very successful. And the other one is oh God, what's it called? Hold on, I gotta look this up now. What's it called? The Rotterdam. I believe it's the Rotterdam. I believe you're right. See, you guys are smart. You guys know more than I do. Yeah, the Rotterdam. Two very instances of ships being very successful. But it's not because they're doing something completely different than the Queen Mary. So if you go on board QE2, there are historical parts of the ship that have been preserved, like the casino, her library, her lounges. A lot of the areas on board QE2 have been preserved for that historical aspect. However, the operators of QE2 right now, they understand that a majority of people don't care about the ocean liner part of the ship. A majority of people just see a old boat, right? So the hotel aspects of QE2 have been updated. When you go into a room in QE2, they're not like they would have been back in the day. They're very modernized. We're talking flat screen TV. We're talking, very modern hotel style beds. It's got a cafeteria that looks like a modern cafeteria. They do a lot of modern things for the hotel aspect of the ship. And that really helps with the hotel aspect because it's like a cool hotel experience, Now, the historical aspects are there for the people that want to go for the ocean liner feel. They are there, but the operators know what makes money, right? But when I went to Queen Mary, I would say 99% of the ship is how it looked, and 0.5% of it has been updated, but was updated years ago, right? So, for instance, they added carpets to the hallways of Queen Mary. That's not something that would have been a thing back in the day. It would have been wood. But they did add carpets to the Queen Mary for hotel aspects. That way, when people are walking around the ship, you don't hear... What is the Queen Mary's hull strength? I don't know. I know it's not as bad as the news says it. The news says it's critical. It's not actually in that bad of shape. It's like 80% or something. It's not at risk of giving, right? The ship wouldn't be allowed to be open if it was at risk. But they did add carpet to Queen Mary to prevent noise. But that carpet looks like it's from 1992. It is so old and outdated. The bedroom, when me and my mother stayed in the bedroom, the beds are single beds. At least in our rooms, they were single beds, and they were old, bro. Like, when I say old, I mean it's the type of mattress that you lay on, and it you feel the springs. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about? You go to an old motel or your grandma's house, and you go to lay down on the beds and you feel the springs underneath the mattress. That's how the Queen Mary beds were. We had a box TV. I'm not joking. We literally had a box TV in our room. And the toilet had super suction from a 1962 toilet. And the showers had 7 knobs, right? And it was just, the tub had that... It wasn't dirty by all means, but the bathtub had that old yellow tint to it. You go to your grandma's house and the bathtub is an extra thick bathtub, and it's got that yellow tint because it's been around since 1936. The bathtub had that, it wasn't dirty, it smelled clean and shit, but it just had that old look. The drains had that rust look as well. If you go to a old shower, the drain kind of gets that brown, and then you get the rust marks around the edges. The drains had the rust marks. Our porthole was dusty, cobwebs, dusty. The whole ship just had this dusty vibe to it, And then I get don't get me wrong, I get that the ship is from, it's from the 30s. It's an old ship. I think it retired in the 60s. So I get that it's an old ship, right? But for a hotel aspect, it is unacceptable, right? Listen, I'm sorry. I know that a lot of historical enthusiasts are going to, grind their teeth at me saying that. But if you want the Queen Mary to be a success and not a continuous bankrupt project that just keeps getting passed around every couple years, you got to update it. I know it was 6 years ago, but I guarantee the rooms are still very similar. I guarantee it. I love the Queen Mary. I want that project to succeed more than I can even like admit. I had nothing but fun on the ship. My mom hated it, but I'm an ocean liner enthusiast, right? So all the old stuff didn't bother me. In fact, I loved it. I thought it was cool. But for people like my mom who don't care, it's a old seeing that, right? But on top of, so beyond the old aspect, maybe they've been getting better at it. I doubt it. I know they don't offer food service anymore. When I was there, when I was on board Queen Mary, you could order room service. They would bring it to your room. It was hella expensive, but it was a thing, and it was okay. It was standard room service. I know that's not a thing anymore. You can't order room service anymore. At least the last time I checked, you couldn't. They had to shut down the kitchen. But beyond the old aspect, well, we'll say maybe that got better. There's two other reasons that are really preventing the Queen Mary from having any substantial success. Number one, they gotta ditch the haunted aspect. They have to. There is no hotel in the world, unless it's in a very popular location, that is going to be successful if you are also promoting it as a haunted place. Right? I want people to understand how dumb of a business model that is. Right? Because there were a lot of people, and I saw this. I literally talked to a family while I was on board the ship. They are ditching the haunted ship. Good. That is the best news I've ever heard. Don't get me wrong. The haunted aspect is very cool. You know, it's very informative. It does teach you historical significance behind the hauntings as well. But I'm not joking. We talked to a family while on board that was like, oh, we would have stayed here if it wasn't haunted, you know? It's not a great idea to promote a hotel as haunted. I'm just saying, right? Like, and I'm not joking. We also saw another guy. I don't know if it's exactly why, but he was going to stay in the hotel. And when I went to Queen Mary, the first thing that they did when you walked on board was ask, would you like to add a haunted tour and a historic tour to your stay? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you're just like a mom and you have kids and you want to stay on the Queen Mary because you think it's like a pretty cool like little hotel contraption, like, you know, like a cool hotel experience, and the first thing you do when you get there, the first thing they say is, would you like to add a haunted tour to your stay? Hell no, brother. That mom is turning around immediately. So if that's true, that's good. They needed to get rid of it. I've always said that the Queen Mary should only promote the haunted aspect during Halloween. During Halloween, if they want to go full haunted, absolutely, I'm all for that. But for a typical day, no. You should not be promoting haunted tours. That's very bad for a business perspective. You know? The final thing I wanted to talk about, the Queen Mary, and why it's failing, well, why it has failed in the past, is because there's nothing to do, right? You can book the historic tour, right? You can book a historic tour that takes you into areas that you're not allowed to go by yourself. It's a very good tour. Most of the guides are incredible. And when I went, you could do the haunted tour as well. But even if you did the historic tour and the haunted tour, both those tours take, I believe, maybe 2 to 3 hours, depending. So that's a one-day thing. That is literally a one-day thing. And boom, you're done. Right? There's nothing else to do on board Queen Mary. Right? You can walk around. That maybe adds another hour and a half, 2 hours. Right? But, like, we were there for 2 nights. We stayed 2 nights, so we were there a decent amount of day, and we did everything in one day. So the second day, we were bored out of our minds. I'm not going to lie. So that's also kind of another concern that I have with Queen Mary is there's nothing to do, right? So I think a very good idea for Queen Mary. Now I get that this is probably asking too much, but I think it would be a really good idea if they could get her pool operational. I get the pool is in pretty bad shape. Like there's, underneath it, the walls are, the pool itself was sagging, which is why they drained the water in the first place. And, the tiles in there are in really bad shape. You can't even go in the pool anymore. They don't even let tours go in there anymore. Like when I was there, we weren't allowed, you're allowed to look through the windows, but they don't let you in the pool room anymore unless that's changed. I don't think it has, though. I think yeah, I don't think that has opened up, but I feel like that should be a priority. Like, I'm being dead serious. I feel like opening the pool up should be an absolute priority. I don't know what it would take to get that pool safe for people to, swim in and whatever. Yeah, that's why they closed it, was the pool was sagging. There wasn't a risk of people falling through the floor. That's actually a common misconception. There wasn't a risk of people falling through the floor, but it just was, the amount of people that were walking, it looked like shit. Like, let's be real, the pool sagging and all the tiles falling apart, and it just really looked like shit. So they closed it off to the public. I know they're doing maintenance on it to maybe hopefully get tours able to go in there again. At this point, I don't think Titanic 2 is happening. I don't think Titanic 2 was a scam originally. I don't think it started off as a scam, but I think after they ran tests, they kind of realized that this was going to be it was going to be a lot more expensive than they had anticipated. And then Clyde started running for politics, and politics took his attention away, and I think the project just fell through. So, yeah. But we finished this section, so I am going to end the stream here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We made some good progress today. We'll probably come back tomorrow for another stream, either on this or Ryan's World. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys liked it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and see you guys later. Peace out.